All right, so my final prediction on if Kamala or if Trump wins. If Kamala wins, the whole country is going to... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to give my thoughts on not what happens in the election, because I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. I am voting for Trump. I did vote for Trump already a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to give my thoughts on my opinion of what's going to happen on either side if a certain candidate wins. If Kamala wins, what's going to happen then? If Trump wins, what's going to happen then? I'm pretty indifferent about what happens. I really think I'll be fine regardless of who wins. Like, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump. I believe what comes with Trump is a lot of people really hate the guy. I personally was a bigger fan of someone younger, like Vivek Ramaswamy or Tulsi Gabbard being the actual candidate, because I think especially in the days of technology, we need people who understand technology, and I don't think Trump would be the best for that, but he is the candidate, and regardless, I did vote for him. And it's mainly because, I would have voted for a Democrat had they put up a good candidate, but I think Kamala is a pretty horrible candidate. I don't like the fact that she doesn't do interviews, or that she literally is reading off a teleprompter everywhere she goes. No long-form interviews. You honestly have no idea what the person is even about. It just seems like she's an establishment character who is picked by the establishment, and we didn't even get to vote for her. I think it was pretty obvious from a long time ago that Joe Biden wasn't going to be the candidate, and a lot of people, especially me, were saying that there's no way he's going to actually run. I literally predicted it perfectly, saying that they would hold Biden off until it was too late for them to have an actual primary, because I think someone like Bobby Kennedy or someone like Gavin Newsom, or even like the governor of Pennsylvania, Shapiro, I think one of them would have won, and I would have certainly liked to see a stronger candidate on that side, because ultimately I don't want one of the candidates to, I believe, be completely incompetent. So if Trump wins, this is my predictions on what will happen. I believe free speech will be essentially saved. I think the left has been pushing really hard against free speech, and as someone who got their YouTube channel like literally shadow banned overnight after receiving an email from them, and my views went like down 90% overnight after receiving this email back in 2021, after making a video saying why I personally didn't want to get vaccinated. My views basically dropped down 90% after that date. It was a hard stop for my channel's growth, and it literally stopped at 20K subscribers and has not gone up since, from that one day of the email. So that really worries me. It's a big reason why I voted for Trump. Just my opinion. I think free speech is one of the most important things, and if you can't say what you mean without like literally being blocked, it's a huge problem, especially with how much misinformation goes around nowadays. I believe that initially I will make less money, because I believe Trump will install some tariffs on other countries. And back in 2020-ish, 2019, 2020, 2021, when we were making shoes pretty frequently back then, in the process of me designing the shoes and the time we actually paid the down payment and made the shoes, the tariff prices went up significantly, because we were making our shoes in China, and it added like a 25-30% price. I can't remember the exact number, but it made our shoes go up a lot to get them here, which for me as a business owner, if you go from like an 80% profit range to like a 60 or 70, it makes a giant difference, giant difference. My next thought would be that if Trump wins, I think ultimately, long-term, the tariffs are a good idea, though. It'll suck at the beginning for a lot of companies, and I think inflation might go up for a little bit, but I think it'll come back down once we start making things here. Like, I don't really see why we don't make anything here. Like, as someone who owns a footwear company, we don't even have a possibility of making our products in America because there literally is no footwear companies. Now, there's a couple that say they're made in America. They're not actually made in America. They get the shoes made out there, and then they bring them here, and then they slap a label on them. They say made in America. That's not. I've done a lot of research. No one's making shoes. So there's certain factories and stuff. We just don't even have the option of making the shoes here. Because believe me, if I could make our shoes here, I would totally do it. My next thought is, I believe there will be more chaos in the country. The left-wing media has done a really good job as painting Trump as a Nazi, which I strongly disagree with, especially because I did go to a Trump rally, had like backstage passes and stuff to a Trump rally recently from a UFC fighter I know that was speaking there, and and it did not look like a Nazi rally at all. There was quite a lot of Latinos there, quite a lot of colored people, and of all races were there. So it's really hard for you to say it's a Nazi rally, in my opinion. But I believe there will be a lot of chaos and riots similar to as there was in 2020. I believe that, especially with Elon, if Trump wins, there will be more legal immigration. His Department of Government Efficiency, I think, is something that will like literally make this country so amazing, because the entire government is run like the DMV. At this point, there's just so much fat in it. It's just running so inefficiently. Someone like Elon, who's like known to make things very efficient, and that's why he has like 5 or 6 of the biggest businesses in the world. You only can do that if you're good at making things efficient. So I think he'll make legal immigration, and I think overall it's a good thing because more people will be able to get into the country legally. And of course, I think he will stop the illegal immigration. But overall, like, I think you should be able to, come into America and take a test. And if you're a good citizen and you have benefits to offer to the country, like, you should absolutely be able to get into America. That is all I have for Trump winning. If Kamala wins, like I said, I'm really indifferent. I really don't, I don't think it'll affect me too much. I think if Kamala wins, we will definitely see mass censorship. Especially they're going to go after Elon and X. It's, at this point, I've seen enough of them going after their political candidate or political opponents. Like Trump is a great example of literally doing everything they possibly can to destroy a person that's on the other side of the aisle, which I think is quite disappointing, to be honest. I think there will be more censorship, because I think if Elon didn't buy Twitter, then we would not have anything to speak freely on, and it's really easy for the media to manipulate what everyone thinks and brainwashes them if there's censorship across the board on all platforms. I think there will be more. My next thing is, I think there will be more chaos outside of the country. I think, especially when you see Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney lining up with Kamala, and just a lot of warmongering candidates on, like right now. It's like the establishment versus anti-establishment. I think Trump will end a lot of the wars. I really do, because I believe, like, if you are debating on invading your next door neighbor's house, and let's say you're a bad country, and you got some people there that are clearly not paying attention, you're probably more likely to break into the house. But if you have a strong person like Trump, who is, even if you can say what you want, if he is in charge of what happens, if he's not, I think you are significantly less likely to break into a house if you know there's a strong man in the house who can defend it properly. It's just, to me, it's one of the pretty obvious things. The differences between this is there's a strong leader and there's a leader who can't even do an interview. It's pretty embarrassing, to be honest. So I just think the wars and stuff will continue to go on. That's my opinion. Overall, I think I will make more money. I think the economy will get worse, but I think that just means the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And someone like me, who is extremely informed on all sorts of ways of making money, I think I'll do a lot better, to be honest. I've made more money in the last 3 years than I did in like the first 13 years of working. It's not even close. So I think I'll be fine, and I think I'll actually probably make more money. I think it'll be worse for a lot of people who have like W-2 jobs and stuff, because as prices go up and their wages don't go up with it, I think that's worse for the W-2 employee, in my opinion. They can say what they want about raising minimum wage and stuff, and that just sounds good up front, but from a business owner's perspective, that's not going to help, especially with AI. So many people can be replaced so easily at this time. And then my last thought is, I obviously think there will be significantly more illegal immigrants in the country. I think what they're doing to put them in swing states is pretty apparent, and it's pretty obvious. And I don't know anyone else who's traveled the country as much as I have in the last year. I've been everywhere, basically. Everywhere, multiple times, and you definitely see it, especially in certain places. So that's just my opinion. You guys can take what you want. Comment down below. Try to be respectful, because obviously political stuff is something I kind of try to stay away from, because honestly, just caring about my business and everything is the most important thing for me, because I believe I can control like the majority of everything. I can control it myself. So it's really rare that outside circumstances come in from like if one person is elected or not. I don't think it'll really affect me too much. That's just my opinions, guys. So let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. We will see who wins today's election day. It's 3 o'clock, so the results will start coming in anytime now. All right, that's my thoughts. We'll see you guys in the next one. Right now, there's no election results, so I've seen nothing. We will see. By the time I'm done uploading this video, who knows? It could be a giant shit show. Anyways, thank you guys. Subscribe if you guys want. We do more. We do daily videos on all sorts of financial stuff. I try to give you guys as much free information as I possibly can and make you guys wealthier and healthier. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, everyone.